Lisa Kudbro. We got our AC call today. Set on cool. Set to 68 and it's 71 in the apartment. The outside unit ain't coming on. Check the breaker. And breakers are good. Go to the outside unit. And the float switch is empty and the air handler is running. Just can't get the condenser to come on. Alright, the contactor is not making. The capacitor is good. We already checked that. I don't know why that's like that. That should be in there. So we're going to check for 24 volts on the contactor. Alright, I don't have 24 volts on the contactor. I just got one lead on one side and one lead on the other. That's how you check it, simple as that. See, no 24 volts. So what I'm going to do, I got one on yellow, one on the common. And it says I've got 24, 26. That's good, coming down. Yeah, the outside unit is not coming on because of the low pressure switch. It's a Goodman heat pump. Just put it on the low side and that's all she's got. So that's why the outside unit's not coming on. It's got a leak. It's leaking refrigerant. Sucker's way low. Alright, I'm about to fill it with nitrogen to search for the leak. I mean, there's like a skeeter leg of refrigerant in there. I'm going to just go ahead and call that empty. Alright, I got it up to almost 130. Let's get our bubbles and go find some troubles. I don't hear anything hissing out here. And that's pretty ugly, but I don't think that's leaking. I'm gonna check the coil. Gonna feed the old leak detector down through the fins like we're gonna drop it in like old Cruise in Mission Impossible. Just let it dangle like old Cruise. I'm dangling it right over the trouble spot. Oh, there it is. Probably can't see it on camera, but I'm dangling it right over the trouble spot that I know on these things. Yep, it's in the condenser. Alright, now that I know what's in the condenser, I'm going to pop the top and put some bubbles on it. Well, that was a close call. Pull the old top off and almost got popped. Whew. Alright, I busted them out of there. You guys don't want none of the dirty maintenance, man. Let's see where this leak's at here. Yep, right there. That right there is a trouble spot on all these Goodmans. Right here where this pipe goes into the compressor here. I had a subscriber say this, but it's like the shock when it turns on. It's like the shock and the vibration. That's why it does that. So we'll put some bubbles there and see if we can get it to bubble for us. Yeah, I can see it flashing right on top. See it right there? Right on top where the pipe meets the little pipe meets the big pipe. It's gonna be an easy fix. Throw a big old goober of solder on it and drive on. Alright, I'm gonna dump and then make the repair. Pressure test, vacuum, the whole nine. Alright, I'm gonna flow a little nitrogen when I make the repair. I eke it on just a skeeter leg. I don't have a regulator or nothing. Just a skeeter leg so you can barely feel it on your hand. Take some sandpaper, clean it up the best you can. Get it nice and shiny. Kind of a tough spot, but just do what I can. Alright, the nitrous are flowing. I'm just going to drop some old goober on there. That's all there is to it. It's getting nasty. Alright, there it is. Just a big old goober where the little pipe meets the big pipe. I don't know if the camera angle was good that it picked it up, so get a little close up on it. We'll let it cool, then pressure test with some bulbs. Alright, I got the nitrogen in there, got it up to about 165. That's all I'm gonna do. We need to save our nitrogen because it's leak city out here. We had to do a coil yesterday. My coworker did his first coil from beginning to end. Proud of him. I've already got a couple of coil videos, so I'm not gonna be filming those anymore. I don't want my channel to be the Leaky Goodman coil channel. Alright, we'll just bubble our repair and make sure everything's okay. No bubbles, no troubles. I'll get a mirror and go underneath as well. But where the leak was, it's not bubbling, so I think we're going to be good. We'll get a mirror and just check underneath the braze. Yeah, it looks good underneath. Hallelujah. This is my favorite kind of repair, actually. It's really easy and a common problem with these Goodmans. So if you guys ever have these Goodmans with where the true suction port line goes into here, check there. That's the trouble spot for leaks. That or it's a doggone coil 9 times out of 10. Alright, I'm going to dump the nitrogen and pull a vac. I use my testos because I like the micron gauge. Alright, we're below 500 Mickeys. Once you get below 500 microns, you can shut it down. If I had to open the system, like if I had to replace the coil or the compressor and the system was open, I'll take it down to 300 microns, but a little rinky-dink repair like this, I'll just go below 500 and shut it down. So now we can give it some new refrigerant. Alright, I got the refrigerant hooked up. Make sure I purge my lines. Just make sure there's no air in there. I had a subscriber tell me that it's best to go through the liquid line. So that's what I'll do. Said it was good to go through the liquid line after you vacuum and the system is fresh. Alright, now that I got some juice in the system, I like to get my leak detector and run it over where the problem was, just to make sure it doesn't ring off. Just so when I sleep tonight, I'm running naked on the beach towards my wife and not towards a leaky Goodman condenser. It just helps me sleep better. Alright, leak detector is not going off, so that's good. Now I can continue. That bulb's about 60 degree wet bulb. Alright, there's all my calculations so far. Wet bulb 60, that's what I did inside. Hit calculate. Recommended superheat is 16, we're at 45, so it's telling me to add charge, which is, obvious. Superheat 45, so we have to add some refrigerant. I just do little by little, I don't want to overcharge it. It's not really much of a load on it either. It's 70 degrees outside, it's 71 in the apartment, 72. Alright dudes, my line is at 52 degrees. Saturation 40 in the pink there, saturation 40, so we got a 12 degree superheat. It changed, went from 16 to 12 because it was on so long. Man, I'm pretty pissed. My testos, it wasn't acting right. The low side valve wasn't shutting off, so I was getting crazy readings. I'm like, what is going on? So I had to go to the old analogs. But we got a 12 degree superheat. That's what the recommended target superheat was. from 16 to 12 because it was running for so long. It changed the temperature in the apartment. Everything changed. All the temperatures. So, all right, that's it. Thank y'all for watching the Dirty Maintenance Show.
Yo sé que las personas son celosas y no sé qué hacer. Desde niño tomé vino y toqué la música de corazón. Yo escribo canciones en los tonos de vida rápidamente veo bandas que quieren cambiar, pero me importa una chingada.